So DPW does so many functions, and we really have an operation that runs 24/7, 365. And that is in all kinds of weather, but I would say especially in all kinds of weather is when our staff is really important. So we provide essential services here, truly essential services to keeping the city functioning. And so we are accepting a donation today that you are going to hear about in a few minutes or a few seconds. And that donation is going to help make our employees safer and their work environment safer so they can continue to provide the services to the public that are so needed. And with that, I will take my departure.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Robinson, Mayor Walsh, thank you guys for all you do to help support Syracuse and Central New York and keep us all safe. We're very honored and proud to be in a position to donate medical grade air cleaners made right here in Central New York. Community is everything for us. Healthway Family Brands is based in Pulaski, New York, and we're committed to the community. It's one of our core philosophies and core values. For over 30 years, we built mission critical air cleaning systems for hospitals, hotels, daycare centers, schools, office buildings, and homes. And there's nothing more important to us than serving our local community. When we've deployed thousands of systems in New York City schools, to New York City Health and Hospital, to Wuhan hospitals all over the world, and we're really proud and most proud to support Central New York. When I was asked about how we could give back and how we could do more, this made sense. The DPW, the Department of Public Works, probably the most unrecognized, but one of the most important assets to our community. These people are day in and day out coming in, starting their day and ending right here in this space. And so it's absolutely crucial, and we felt honored to be able to provide solutions that could help them be safer as they come to work and as they leave from work. So again, on behalf of all of us at Healthway Family Brands, we're happy to donate 2 of our medical grade commercial air cleaning systems and to continue to give back to Central New York. So thank you guys again for this. Commissioner Robinson, we really value your work and all your staff's work. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Vinny.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Vinny, for your support of the city. We've talked a lot during the pandemic about essential workers. Look around DPW, and we're surrounded by essential workers. And they have been taking care of us for the past 6 months, and long before that, but in ways that we never imagined over the past 6 months, making sure that trash gets picked up, making sure that our sewer lines are clear, making sure that our streets are paved. And they have not skipped a beat. And it's critically important for us as we continue to work through the pandemic and far beyond the pandemic that we take care of those essential workers that have taken such good care of us. And this is just one example, but a great example of ways in which we can do that. I can't say enough about Vinny Lobdell and his company. I have watched from afar as the company has grown. I'm sure they did not envision COVID-19, although you probably had a sense of some of the risks out there given the line of work that you do. But the way in which they have responded to this global crisis is truly incredible. And not just in the way in which they've grown their business. As impressive as they are as an innovative company, they are equally, if not more impressive, as a corporate citizen, as a civic-minded business that knows that what's best for the community that they are located within is what's best for the company. And so this is just a wonderful example of a win-win situation all the way around, in which we can take care of our essential workers, we can support innovative, growing business, and we can take care of each other, because that's what we've been doing throughout this pandemic, and that's what we need to continue to do. So thank you again, Vinny, to you and your team. Thank you, Ann, our Deputy Commissioner, Jeremy, our Commissioner, all of our other DPW employees and essential workers for all of the work that you do to keep our community running. With that, happy to answer any questions about this partnership.
I know you mentioned there would be two of the purifiers. Do we know where they're going to be located here?
Yeah, if Ann, do you want to talk about here at DPW?
So one is right there, and that's where it's going to stay. This is a big meeting room, break room, kind of starting point for employees. We've had to diminish activity in here because of COVID, but we have snow and ice coming along, and that will increase activity in here. So it's really awesome that we have that. The other one we are thinking, or evaluating right now, but we think we know the location for this. We want it in a bigger open area where it can really be utilized, make use of it the best. And I was informed that City Hall already has UV lighting in the filtration system, so that they already have their own system, but we didn't have one here. So DPW was kind of like ground zero for putting them here because that's where it was needed the most.
Tommy, one of the other things that Commissioner I think mentioned was this team's already gone above and beyond. They're exceeding expectations already. This was just an additional step to really help provide the most protection for the most essential employees who are coming and starting their day and ending the day right here.
Do me a favor, explain just what it does. It isn't just simply a purifier, so if you can step up again.
Great, yeah. So all of our machines they're rated at 99.99% at 0.007 microns. So this machine in and of itself is actually a collecting device. It's filtering the air as it comes in. In a space like this, it would probably change the air 6 times per hour. And it's collecting everything down to 0.007 micron, which is 10 times smaller than that of COVID-19. This machine in and of itself has actually been tested by Dr. Syed Sattar, the world's #1 infection control expert, on a proxy virus for COVID, and was shown that within 10 minutes it removed 99.987% of airborne COVID, and after 24 hours it continued to remove that proxy virus. So different than UV light, we're filtering and capturing and permanently removing the particle or the virus size from the air and eliminating it. This machine also has a pre-filter, would capture larger particles and some gases and odors in the space. Yeah, so this is the machine that was deployed at New York City Health and Hospital at the epicenter of the crisis when it first happened at New York Presbyterian and Bellevue. We built it so it was very portable. It could be moved and deployed in any application. So the best part about a portable solution is that it can be moved, right? So you have a mission critical situation here. When that situation changes, you can move it, and the portability allows you to utilize it in other spaces.
Their decision why you chose here, I mean, obviously your company's up in Alaska, Oswego.
Well, we do a lot for all of Central New York. I live here, was born and raised here, so Onondaga County is really important to us. But we do a lot up in Oswego as well.
Mayor, what's the polls are left as far as safe air in the city of Syracuse? I think what schools we have.
Yeah, so the school district has been in active discussions with Healthway about their equipment and making good progress with that. We're evaluating all of our facilities to make sure that they're safe. As Ann said, this room is the epicenter of so much of our activity in the morning and the afternoon with our sanitation workers, and then when snow and ice comes, you'll see our plow drivers coming in and out of here. And it's a place where everyone can kind of take a deep breath and relax before they're going out or they're coming in from doing extremely difficult work. We have had to try to minimize the amount of gathering that takes place in that space. So with that comes some sacrifices in terms of morale and getting our employees everything they need. So again, this specific unit in here will help to make sure that when people are in here, they're safe. And so similar to this, we're looking at other facilities where we've had to make modifications to our services, to how we're using spaces to make sure that people are being safe. And I think with the partnership with Healthway, it gives us some more flexibility to make sure that we have safe spaces, especially as we get into the colder weather and we have to be indoors more. So it's an ongoing process of evaluating our facilities, and I think that we're really excited to see what happens here at DPW and excited to see where else we can do it.
How much is that machine and how important was the fact that it was donate?
I'll let Vinny speak to the details.
This is about a $10,000 donation on our behalf.
Each machine's $5,000.
Yeah, it can range in that range depending on options, but yeah, that's roughly the price. I think the other thing I wanted to emphasize that Mayor Walsh touched on was this is just one part of a several-pronged approach to creating a healthy space when it comes to COVID-19. Several of the things the team's already doing. This is an added benefit to really help reduce the risk. There's no 100% guarantee, but what we can say is this machine's individually certified and tested to provide the highest level of filtration efficiency. It's not something that's just being put together, not tested. This is a fully tested solution to guarantee what we promise and commit to.
How important, I guess Mayor, you can answer this as well, is it to have a local company that can provide this? You're not relying on companies throughout the country to give you something.
Yeah, it makes all the difference in the world. Again, while I'm sure Vinny would be the first one to say, that no one wishes for a global crisis to boost business, but the fact is it happened, and because of the innovation that was taking place, Healthway was in a position to react and to respond. And as I said, it's not just what makes Healthway such a special company is that for them, it's clearly not just about the bottom line, and that not only are they making this generous donation, but they care about the community that they're serving in. So it really does. Like I said, I said win-win. We could probably add a few more wins onto that from every aspect. It's good for the business, it's good for the community, and it's good for those that we serve. So I couldn't be happier about it.
On that point, one of the things I wanted to mention is really all the credit for our success goes to our team. I mean, essential workers here, we have the same thing in Pulaski, New York. I mean, we've hired an additional 50 people, and we've got a workforce that's literally working around the clock that gets none of the credit. And these are the people that are on the production line producing, steel parts, filters. And so for us, we're just really grateful that we've got such a great team based right here in Central New York that literally is giving their time away from their families in a very challenging time as well.
So if we tested this air right now, it's been on it, there's absolutely no COVID.
No, we would never say that. So what this machine's set to do is, this machine's set to recirculate the air 6 times per hour. So if an infected person comes in and you're not socially distancing, you're not wearing a mask, you're not doing the things the CDC states free to do, there's a high probability you still will. This is a preventative measure that the CDC has now stated airborne virus is floating much longer than 6 feet. If you put this in the space and you do the other things, there's a lot less likelihood that COVID could be transmitted in the space. This is an ancillary added air exchange system to give you additional air exchanges and added filtration over your traditional ventilation system. So based on that, that's what the CDC is recommending. If you're looking at buying a portable HEPA air cleaner or this system, what we commit to is higher efficiency than any system on the market and removal of that size particulate as it's floating in the air.